for the final of the men's 4x100 meters relay. And this will feature the defending champions from 2019 in the World Relays in Yokohama. The team from Brazil that staged that huge upset, Michael, over the United States. The Americans, of course, along with the Canadians and the Australians and the Trinidadians and Jamaicans, not here because of COVID complications. Here come the Brazilians. This high-octane team with De Oliveira on the anchor. He's the man that held off Noah Lyles by 2/100ths of a second 2 years ago to win the gold medal. The Italians were fastest in qualifying with a 38:45 clocking. And they've got Filippo Tortu, the young live wire, on the anchor for them. South Africans were fourth fastest in the heats. They were fifth in Doha, where they broke the African record in the heats at 37:65 clocking. The Japanese will not have their A team that we saw in Yokohama. They've got the development team here, but the Japanese always a well-oiled, well-trained quartet. And rounding out the field, the Danish team with their 2x200 meter champion Simon Hansen leading off for them. There is the lineup, and there are the past champions, Brazilians, as I mentioned, after two straight victories by the Americans in 2017 and 2015, and the Jamaicans from 2014 also not here because of COVID. Canada withdrawing from the World Relays because of the complications. They probably had to take 3 flights to get here. The men's 4x1 relay team is not yet qualified for Tokyo. As of today, there are 12 of the 16 berths are spoken for. 4 berths remain, and Canada sitting right now first in line right now with a 9th ranking on the world list. And the Canadian head coach, Roy Gilbert, saying that it was the right decision to make to stay away, and he's confident that Canada will get to Tokyo.
Our hope is that whatever comes out of the relays, that our men will be okay, most likely, possibly our women in the 4x1. But again, it's 16 spots. And then our mixed relay is sitting 11th, our women are sitting 15th, which is a bit on the bubble. 15th spot may be a challenge with all the teams that are showing up. Unfortunately for us, you just simply have to be there. You're there and you make a final.
Waiting anxiously for the time, the official result. Still not on the clock. They may have to go to the thousandth of a second. It is South Africa. Simbine has beaten De Oliveira in a reversal of fortune here in Poland. Well, Simbine could not walk down Porto in the heats, but what an exhibition of speed and baton exchanges as he did walk down De Oliveira of Brazil. We have new champions in 2021. South Africa overtaking the defending champs from Brazil.
Well, that is the nature of 4x1 relay. We saw the Germans pull out after the first 100 meters, looked like a hamstring injury to Reus through the first bend. And then a lot of different things going on with botched exchanges, especially the Italians. In that third and final exchange, we expected the fast closing Filippo.
Hey, Michael, it's always the specter of disaster, right, that will reach up and grab one of the contenders in this event.
Absolutely correct. And it looks as though Brazil might be having some issues in one of the exchange zones as well. Here we can see the Germans out in lane number 9. Reus right at about 40 meters, grabbing his hamstring ever so slightly, but a tremendous run by the Italian Jacobs in this backstretch. That is the longest leg, that backstretch. But here you can see the Italians stumbling ever so slightly, giving up a bit of speed. And Simbine, a nice acceleration, about a 2-meter deficit at this point in time between Simbine and you can see him really walk down to Oliveira, and a nice dip at the line. Hard to see from this angle, but a slight victory for Simbini. A tremendous close over that final 20 meters, showing tremendous speed endurance. And South Africa celebrating accordingly. They are deemed world champions in the men's 4x1.
And Michael, the Brazilians couldn't have done that final exchange any better. I mean, they were so smooth, and it looked like the Oliveira had 3, maybe 4 strides on Simbine, who did walk him down. What a thrilling finish by the South African as they win the gold medal here today. And how about Ghana? Ghana managing to scoot in there for the bronze, as the Italians, with that botched final exchange, faded out of the medals. So Ghana, one of those qualifiers for the Olympics in Tokyo, on the podium here at the World Relays for the first time in the men's 4x1. Another example of countries that might normally not get the chance to bask in the limelight, getting it here. And we have a disqualification. You're right. Brazil disqualified for a messed up lane infraction, so they drop out of the podium. That elevates Japan to the bronze. Ghana also out with a disqualification. Wow. Still to come.